All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Just to kind of reflect on what we talked about WWE NXT, we talked about AEW, Dynamite. We also talked about we talked about why Tony Khan feels like he needs to take jabs at WWE. We, uh, we also talked about how we talked about Paul Heyman's possible next move after what's going to happen with him in the bloodline and stuff like that. And yeah, we're going to finish off with hot seat, cool beans. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. We're going to talk about these AEW stars have huge matches heading toward Double or Nothing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So guys, we're gonna start it off with Orange Cassidy. Love Orange Cassidy. I think he's going, he's a huge star. But he has a match with Trent Beretta. And I don't I'm gonna, I feel like, and I know, I'm not trying to like throw shade or
It's
anything like that, but I
sizzling.
feel like he needs to do something at this point. I feel like you've kind of had Trent Beretta constantly getting the better of him, constantly kind of kicking his ass, and like I don't know, he needs kind of, dude, you need to stand up for yourself, bro. Like, come on, what are you doing, bro? I'm just kidding, though. But I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's kind of sizzling for him. All right. Next, we have Konosuke Takashita. He's going to be against the Wild Thing, and I'm going to keep it real here. You're not going to see
Oh,
John
yo,
Moxley
it's
really
cool,
lose his
man. It's all
championship,
cool,
so
man.
I really don't really have much pressure on him. I just hope that it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a great match. So something that I'm not really worried about per se, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't really have as much pressure as people often kind of think that he probably does. So yeah. Moving forward, we have John Moxley, and kind of reflecting on what we talked about before. I feel like he
Oh,
doesn't really
it's
have a
cool,
light,
man. It's all
under his
cool,
butt telling me
man.
like, dude, like you need to do better. Like you're the IWGP PG champion, dude. You're kicking ass. You're doing the best you can. And Dean Ambrose, my man John Moxley, he's international, definitely one of the best wrestlers in the world. So yeah. Next we have House of Black. House of Black, you know what? After everything, after all the hell you've been kind of putting
It's
Edge through, I
sizzling.
feel like it's I don't know, I feel like it's hot. You kind of at this point need to do something because so far it seems like you haven't really been doing much, just kind of talking crap here and there. You've been beaten by Adam Copeland constantly, constantly, constantly. So your buddy Matthews, Malachi Black, I'm sorry, but you guys need to step it up. Your seat is sizzling. So yeah, better do something, bro. Next we have Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland, love Adam Copeland. He's the TNT AEW champion, and I know a lot of you guys will probably
It's
disagree with me on this, but
sizzling.
I think his seat's hot. I think his seat's hot. Like if you want to kind of nip this problem with House of Black in the butt, you kind of have to. You ultimately have to end this. If you win tonight, or if you win, on Sunday, you kind of put it to bed. You kind of put it to bed, which would ultimately be good for Adam Copeland. He doesn't have to live, his life with his, with looking at his back and stuff like that. That's hell, dude. That sucks. So, definitely think Adam Copeland needs to kind of, nip this in the butt, win at AEW Double or Nothing. So, yeah. All right, we have Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong, the AEW the AEW International Champion. Obviously, he's gonna fight Will Ospreay. So I'm gonna say it's
It's
sizzling here, dude. You have somebody
sizzling.
like the best wrestler in the independent circuit in the world, and Will Ospreay coming into your house, bro. He's coming into your house to try to take your stuff. So you have a firelight under your butt, bro. You have to win. You have to prove that you're not just you're not just a pretty face. You have to prove that you can win without without the undisputed kingdom. And so far, like how it was in the WWE with Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish, they really honestly can't win without a little outside interference. So I think it's sizzling. Next we have Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay once again. I feel like I keep hitting this sizzling
It's
button because this is going to be a
sizzling.
good pay per view. So I think Will Ospreay has a lot of pressure on him, to be honest. And that's just because like he's been, before the thing with the whole Triple H thing and stuff like that. I feel like you've kind of, after being signed to the AEW for that much money, and then talking crap about, the CEO of the WWE, and claiming that your match is the best match that, you and Bryan Danielson match is the most iconic wrestling match in the whole entire world of professional wrestling. Yeah, dude, that's cool. Yeah, dude, I love the confidence. But yeah, dude, you have to win this championship coming up at Double or Nothing. So, I think the seat is excruciatingly sizzling. But yeah, let's move on. Next, we have Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb, I never really kind of really heard much of her name in terms of stuff like that. So you know what, I'm gonna say, I think she's still trying to get her feet wet in the
Yo,
AEW,
it's
but
cool,
I
man.
don't
It's
know,
all
I think
cool,
right now she doesn't really
man.
have much to look forward to, or much to like kind of prove. Obviously, like if you come out of nowhere, because she really did. I feel like she came out of nowhere to challenge Tony Storm. They were like, I feel like AEW creative was like, oh my God, who are we gonna get to fight like Tony Storm? And Serena Deeb's like in the corner, like, I'll do it. Like, I that's why I don't think she has much, pressure on her. So, Serena Deeb, I think you're, I think you're safe in my book. So, yeah. All right. Next we have Willow of Nightingale. Willow of Nightingale. Um, oh man, I really hope she does not lose the challenge. But you know what? I'm gonna say that her
It's
seat is
sizzling.
sizzling. I'm gonna say it's sizzling because if you beat Mercedes Monet cleanly at AEW Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, the MGM Grand Arena, you have nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry about her constantly throwing crappy promos your way. You don't have to worry about her telling you, "Oh, you almost ruined my career. You pushed me off the top rope. I landed on my foot." Like, dude, you don't gotta worry about that anymore. Just beat her ass now. Get her the heck out of here so you don't have to worry about like just this lashback. So, like I said, I'm a huge Willow of Nightingale fan. Really hope Sasha or Mercedes Monet does not even come close to winning that match. So, but that, that's my opinion. So, yeah. All right, let's kind of move on here. Oh, look, we have Mr. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. You know what? Honestly, I think
It's
I'm going to say sizzling as well. And I
sizzling.
keep hitting the sizzling button mostly because I feel like Swerve Strickland, like I said before, within the last couple of weeks, ever since Christian Cage was announced as his AEW Double or Nothing opponent, he has done nothing but lose. All I do is lose, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, and I know it. Like like Swerve, you gotta stick up for yourself, man. You're getting killed by the patriarchy. Christian Cage is like he's talking crap about your fam bam, bro. Talked about your kids. Like, dude, the next thing he's gonna talk about your dog, dude. What are you doing, man? I feel like Spurs Strickland has a huge fire under his butt to do something about this. It's, he has to do something. Got to put your foot down, man. Got to put your foot down. So, yeah. All right. So, next we have who's next on the hot seat or cool beans? Christian Cage. Christian Cage, like I said, oh my God, man. Like this, I feel like the reason why I'm pressing this sizzling button so much is because AEW Double or
It's
Nothing is what Tony
sizzling.
Khan's, what he said. I think it's going to be an absolute banger. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be banger after banger after banger. And I feel like Christian Cage's seat is excruciating hot solely because he's kind of built up all this momentum. And a lot of people would be like, oh, the only reason why he built up this momentum because he's going to lose. He's going to lose to Swerve Strickland. Yeah, I get it. That's like, total kayfabe. That's total wrestling fans. Only wrestling fans kind of understand that language in terms of watching it and kind of seeing all these promos and stuff like that. For me as a wrestling fan, I can tell if someone's gonna lose just by the way they make an entrance in the ring. Like you can just tell. You can just tell. But kind of keeping kayfabe here and not letting too much go. I feel like Christian Cage, he does have a fire lit under his ass after all the crap he's kind of put Swerve through. He needs to, kind of back his stuff up. So yeah, moving on, we have the elite. We have the elite Okada, we have Jack Perry and the Young Bucks been constantly running havoc on AEW. So you know what? I'm gonna kind of oh god, because I don't know if it's like so much because they are technically like the bosses and stuff like that.
It's
But I'm
sizzling.
gonna say sizzling. I'm gonna say sizzling, dude. Like if you're gonna put up good promos, if you're gonna constantly do whatever you can to like injure superstars like Eddie Kingston, or if you're gonna get, the patriarchy on your back to fight on your behalf, and injure Swerve Strickland, and then you have, it's just dirty wrestling. It's just bad. It's kind of crazy how this all, kind of winded up. I respect what the Elite is doing, but they are no NWO. Elite, you are no NWO. Stop being pretenders, bro. Stop it. I'm just kidding. And we're gonna talk about also, Team AEW. Team AEW with Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Darby Allin. I feel like I don't know. I feel, and I know a lot of people probably will disagree with me on this, but I'm
Oh,
gonna say
yo,
it's
yo,
cool.
it's cool,
I'm gonna
man.
say
It's
the
all
seat's cool.
cool,
I don't think they have
man.
that much pressure on them to kind of win the match because I feel like it's their match to lose anyways. I feel like AEW kind of need the Elite to win this match to kind of be like throw it in people's mind and kind of perpetuate or kind of put that feeling into someone's cerebral area and be like, dude. The Elite are real deal. They're the real deal. They're not going anywhere on AEW. So I feel like maybe, that's why I'm kind of like, if these guys lose, it's not really a huge reflection on where their careers are going to go moving forward. I think more or less it's, kind of just like not a squash match for the Elite, but it's going to be well fought. And you're going to see times where probably Team AEW is going to win, but the Elite's going to ultimately come back and they're going to win due to their outside interference or cheating and stuff like that. There's definitely going to be a shock factor. Imagine kind of like the Shield, where maybe like you see Daniel Bryan like throw a chair and attack Darby Allin or FTR, and everybody's like, "No, what? Like Bryan Danielson's part of the Elite? No way!" Like that would be pretty cool. Honestly, I would definitely love to see that. You know. And last but not least, we have the highest paid women's wrestler in the world. I'm just kidding. Well, not the world. I'm probably, don't quote me on that. But Mercedes Moné, she has not been featured in really any matches. She's been cutting decent next to like, crappy promos. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to go
It's
ahead and say like I
sizzling.
think the seat's hot. I think the seat's hot. I think she really honestly needs to kind of prove herself for not just the AEW company or not just her own personal career, but I feel like you kind of need to do it for the fans at this point. You had her kind of, feud with Willow of Nightingale, which I kind of thought was dumb. I would have loved to kind of see Mercedes Moné go straight after, Tony Storm or something like that. But I don't like it. I don't like this match. I don't like it if Willow Nightingale drops the championship belt to Mercedes Moné because I don't think Mercedes Moné really is that much different than I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not, I don't know if I'm, making sense right now, but I just don't feel like Mercedes Moné is ready to hold a championship. I think ultimately she should do right by the others and, kind of help, kind of propel other women's, kind of careers before she kind of jumps off in her own in terms of AEW. Like I said, I love Mercedes Moné. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not trying to say she's a bad because she puts on good matches. She cuts when she was in WWE, she cut really good promos. And I know right now she's kind of in AEW, and AEW kind of twisted her arm, and they're like, "Yeah, we're signing you, Mercedes, but you're not going to do anything for like a solid 2.5 months. So you're going to be on the mic." And you're like, okay. Even me, if someone's like, dude, if you're not gonna do anything, you're just gonna talk on the mic over and over again, I'll be like, dude, like, what else do I have to say? How else can I promote this this match more than I actually haven't already tried to? So definitely feel for Mercedes Monet, but I think her seat's hot. I think the seat is hot. Definitely need to definitely do something. Put on the I just want a good match. I just want a good match between her and Willow. I don't want any title changes happening. No title changes at all, or we will riot. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so hope you guys liked my show. That's the end of it. Thank you guys for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please, please, please remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button and leave a positive review for the show, guys. Honestly, a little peace, love, and positivity does the GSMC Sports Network really good. So, definitely do that. It really does make a difference. And we also invite you guys to follow us on Twitter, /X, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. And like I said, if you haven't made you a wrestling fan by now, remember we have a basketball podcast with Nelson, football with Kenneth. We have now we have a sports, fantasy podcast with my boy Christopher. We have Hoops and Heels with Samantha, your one-stop shop for women's sports, everything the Olympics, basketball, yada, yada, yada. It's all there. It's all there. And it is absolutely 110% free. So yeah, don't be afraid to check it out. Check out the Andrew Tate show. Check out Manny and Jeremy with and TJ with sports. So yeah, don't be afraid to be part of this GSMC Sports, family bloodline. So guys, hope you guys have a good and amazing Wednesday night. I hope you enjoy your Thursday. But most importantly, remember that I love you. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.